Is there a potential another Kevin Huber out there acting as a majestic IT reseller and integrator that's scamming people out of their hard-earned money and precious data? That's a possibility, and we're going to learn more how to protect yourself against that. Oh, hey, welcome back. Another Fireside chat, but tonight we're going to talk about the ghosts in your devices. As we start our series here of the phantom, malicious intent of bad actors out there in the world of trying to take your identity and your data. How many of us have a cloud account? You've got a Netflix account, Hulu, whatever logins that you have. You've maybe shared them with your mother-in-law or somebody else. Think of that in a business. If you have an old employee or someone that you hired as a third party to come help do something that you want to get done within your organization, do they hang on to the accounts and access that you've given them during that period of time? That's a very common thing that happens. And pretty soon, if they don't take their IT serious and their security serious, they leave open that path to your infrastructure or your business or your home. And then the bad actors take over not only that person, but you at the same time, because we as a company or you as an individual didn't disconnect that connection. So if you're a business, and we do this once a quarter, we run through our Office 365, we see who is still in our system. If they're not here, where is that information flowing to? Has access been cut off, right? Another great thing for a large organization, as soon as you have an employee leave or you have a third-party contractor finish a project, that is your cue for somebody on your team to disconnect them from your environment immediately. Not when they have time, but immediately. That's our policy here. If you leave and you walk out the door, your access is cut by the time you even start your car. But if you don't have that time, at least do it once a quarter. Find a spot, review your stuff, walk through your environment, and make sure there are no phantom logins or goblins and spooky ooky stuff that may sneak up on you and scare you like the boogeyman underneath the bed. We're going to talk about old hardware. You know that laptop you've been working on that has Windows 7 still on it? Yeah. That right there, you might as well just open up your wallet, throw your credit cards and your cash out on the street, and just let it sit there for a few weeks and see what happens. Okay? That old hardware, that old technology, that stuff that you think that you're saving money by keeping around, it's only hurting you quietly out there in the world of IT and technology. Okay, that goes in businesses too. So if you're sitting here and you're hearing this and you've got server 2012 R2 or 2012 in there, shame on you. It is time to make those changes. There's no patches. There's no updates. Microsoft, some of these big companies, when it comes to your firewall, your security, your switching, your laptops, you name it. If you think you're going to hang on to it and you're doing yourself a favor, like, I've had this running for 10 years. I've had this copy cup since NAM. You're not doing yourself any favors. Pay attention to how old your stuff is. Personal devices, every 3 years. Some of your enterprise hardware, your SANs, some of your switching and virtualization server stacks, that can probably go 5 years. But anything longer than 5 years as a piece of technology, it's obsolete at that point. We would advise anybody that comes to us and says they've got XYZ problem and it's this old, we would advise them to upgrade that and start fresh. So pay attention to your tech stack. Even though you've had it forever and you want to brag about how long you've had it, to someone like us, it's not cool, right? Like the weather outside, we like it cool because I'm chubby. But I don't think it's cool when you got old hardware hanging out in your environment either. So do yourself a favor, check the timelines of when you bought stuff, when it was manufactured, how old it is, and then go seek a professional and ask how long or how much am I giving up in potential information to bad actors by keeping this around. Let's talk about malware. That's that thing where, like ransomware, it just lays in your environment and then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone, or you can't get to it, or you can't log in. We've heard about it in the news. We saw recently Target, multiple big companies that have lost access to data, or somebody's hacked their environment and they had malware in there, and then they take all that data, then they release that data out to people that want to buy and sell your social security numbers, your name, your date of birth, whatever documents that you may have access to. They may log into your bank. I mean, malware and ransomware, that stuff sits dormant and it's quiet and you don't know it's there. It's like carbon monoxide. It just slowly creeps up and creeps up and creeps up, and then pretty soon, you're dead like Slimer from the Ghostbusters. Not good, not good. So here's what you do, right? There are software packages. We use something called Huntress here. When that goes onto your machine, we can then see on that machine if anybody else has had control of it other than you. And that's just a small way in a business or at home that you can protect yourself from those ghostly figures that creep around when nobody's watching, looking to take what you think is valuable. Where's my information out there on the World Wide Web? Well, today is the exorcism checklist day. What does that mean? We're gonna walk down a list of things that you should check to make sure that things are running efficiently and smoothly. Number one, gather and audit all of the software. All the information, whatever it is that you have in your home or your environment, audit it, bring it in. Let's look at it. Put it on a piece of paper, write it down, whatever you want to do, audit it. Then go in there and see, are these applications, are they up to date? Do they need to be updated, right? You know how like when you turn on your computer and it says, wait a minute while Windows updates, right? That's the type of thing I'm talking about. Does your, server, does your home network, does your, device, your cell phone, whatever it is that you're using, it has an update, it has a software package, it has things that it's going to, in a sense, need updating because the company that manufactured it or has it has put patches into it, has put scanning into it to make sure that when you go to use it in the way that you want, that you're safe online and with the data that you're putting into it or accessing. So once you've updated that firmware, right, now we want to run it and make sure that it runs smoothly in our environment, because sometimes you do upgrades and things don't work right. So you want to make sure that it's running smoothly, right? And once it's running smoothly, then you want to make sure that everybody knows how to use it and how to prevent problems when using it, right? And another thing, something I would bring into this thing would be, if you're an administrator in a company that's working with a group of professionals that the company has hired, run a phishing scam campaign and see who clicks on stuff. And then you can further take that and go do some education. So you're helping the greater good and the greater cause of the company by teaching people what to look for when it comes to bad actors. Or if you've updated or upgraded or done something, this is a fine time to send out a phishing practice email to see if somebody's going to go a step further and click on stuff. But that's a great way to go back again and teach and educate and say, hey, this is how we keep ourselves and our company safe, by looking for things like this. And once you've done all that, if you wash, rinse, and repeat that every year, your firm or your people are only going to get stronger and better and recognize when there's something that's not right. Here's our snuggly and cozy takeaway on our series of the ghosts and goblins of IT. We're at the end, and we should talk a little bit about what we should do. Let's audit our material, let's make sure it's up to date, and let's make sure it's backed up, okay? Here's what we have. Is it up to date, and is it backed up? Those are the key three things when it comes to just keeping an eye on stuff. Get it within arm's length, like a warm cup of coffee. But more importantly, tell us below, what was the last thing you updated?